Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Howdy.
We are here.
She
And so are you. Click out of that. Discard.
She's just checking Facebook real quick. It's fine.
I'm checking. Drop a comment if you're actually here. Oh, that's me.
Hey. How's everybody doing? How was everyone's Halloween? First of all.
What did you dress up as? I can't see myself and that's bothering me.
Okay, well, I need to be able to see what I'm doing.
Okay, but I just want to look at myself.
That's fine.
Hi, Bubba. Hi, Tammy.
Hello.
Welcome aboard.
For Halloween, me and the boyfriend were Team Rocket.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cute. I saw a couple dressed up as Team Rocket at dinner on Saturday night.
That's so fun. I painted the shirts and it looks like it was printed on. I was really proud of it.
Howdy, Sam.
Howdy, Sam.
I was last weekend for the Halloween party. I was like a Force Witch. And then this weekend I was Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch from the Avengers.
Fun.
So, hi, y'all.
Howdy.
What's up?
Howdy, y'all.
A lot of y'all. Melissa's here. Sam's here. Dirty Birdie's here. Damn, there's a lot of y'all tonight. Hey.
Yeah,
You
y'all.
got nothing better doing on Monday night? Damn, welcome. Thanks for being here.
And tell us what you were for Halloween. Because I love hearing people's costumes because there's so many more creative people than me. Like, people that are more creative than me.
Yeah.
So, like, I come up with, like, boring stuff, but people come up with things I'm like, dang, I wish I thought of that.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
But anyways, thanks for those of you who are here. Oh, did you bump it?
I bumped it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, hey, tonight is the season finale of She Headbangs.
Hey.
It's the last night of this type of formatting.
Yeah.
And we are going to be talking about the beginning of rock and metal. So we're going to deep dive into the inception of metal.
Because I'm an expert.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Before anybody comes at me about that. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, if you've got friends that want to talk about the origin of rock and metal, share this out. Let them know that we're here and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about some of your favorite glam metal, hair metal, heavy metal, and hard rock bands that gave us.
Also, I feel like if anybody has any like cool like fun facts about like music history,
drop them in the comments.
That would
we want y'all to be involved. This is going to be really fun. This is going to be a fun episode, and it's really gonna, I think, gonna lead us into the new formatting when the podcast begins, because we will be deep diving more into history and the industry, but we're also going to be having a few cool guests on when the podcast starts to talk about things like legacy acts.
Yeah.
And other fun things. So yeah, stick around. We're going to have some fun tonight, but we're going to start it off with New Music Monday.
New Music Monday. All right. To kick us off, we have some Against the Current. Okay. We love Against the Current.
We do. Okay. Chrissy Constanza.
Yes.
Is for a tiny little thing, she's a monster in the best way possible.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So they released a song with a music video as well. Unfortunately, I didn't watch the music video.
That is okay. I haven't seen it either, but I have heard this song and it is...
No, I lied. I actually watched some of it.
Did you?
Yeah, it was really
I haven't
cool.
seen it.
There was like a car and there was fire and it was really cool. But yeah, this is the first single since Past Lives, which was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was a really long time ago.
And she did an interview where she was saying there was a lot of like pent up like anger and frustration over the past couple years, and this is kind of letting it out.
I love that, and I think that's cool. And I think it's very different because I think at first they kind of started. They were very like bubblegum pop when they first started, and they've kind of found their footing in this like heavier sound, which I think is sick. Yes. I love finding. I feel like a lot of times in rock and metal, you have women who have voices like Lizzie Hale and Taylor Momsen, who are just very like deep and gritty, and to find someone who carries this like electric like pop vocal and brings it to the metal community, I think is really cool to like hear this kind of vocal over this kind of music.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Her voice gives me chills, honestly.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
For real. So
every time just go ahead and get my weekly knockout of the microphone.
Just get it done early. It's fine.
Yep.
So yeah, 10 out of 10 would headbang.
Yes, absolutely. Listen to That Won't Save Us by Against the Current.
Yes. Moving on from there, we have some of the Smashing Pumpkins.
The Smashing Pumpkins.
And so what they've been doing is they've been releasing 2 songs at a time.
I love that.
From this new album, which is Sire.
Okay, yeah.
CYR. So it's planned to release November 27th.
Hey.
So they released Witch as well as Ramona. and both of them are a smash.
Yeah, this one's like really, I liked one. It's very haunting.
Yes.
So Ramona, that would be the one I'm talking about. Again, for the last time, we are going to be talking about music that you cannot hear. But if you join us starting next week, we are going to be moving over to YouTube, where we are not infringing upon any copyright laws, and you guys are going to be able to listen to the music with us.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
So you're just going to have to find your way over to us on YouTube. It's going to be one extra click of a link to get us into your computers and your phones. But we hope you will join us on YouTube next week. But until then,
and if you follow us on Facebook, it shouldn't be too hard to find us.
And you should follow us on Facebook.
We're really
two
good
places you can follow us: Hellfire Radio on Facebook, as well as She Headbangs on Facebook. Go ahead and give us a follow, and you can keep up with us there. But anyways, back to the Smashing Pumpkins.
We love them. They did release Ramona with a music video as well, but they did not release one for Witch, as far as I know.
I haven't seen, I literally haven't seen any music videos, so like this is all new to me, but I have heard the songs.
Yes.
So
very good. We love the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yes.
Go check out Sire when it comes out November 27th. But don't worry, because when it comes out, we will also
be
have
talking about
it. You'll know. Because
it's going to be our new Linkin Park. We're going to talk about it every week until it comes out.
Yes. Anyway. So are you a fan of Bring Me the Horizon?
I am.
Oh my God, crazy.
I feel like the first episode when we talked about it, we were like, or I at least said, I feel like Bring Me the Horizon is one of those bands I was never like into.
Yeah, I feel that.
I liked everything they put out, but I was into it. But now that the first season's come to a close, like I'm all about it.
Bro, yeah, because like Obey with Youngblood is on this.
Oh yeah.
We talked about Teardrops last week.
Yeah.
So, but it's cool because it's got Youngblood, it's got Baby Metal, and it's got Amy Lee.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that little kerfuffle during music news.
Oh, are we? I was gonna go ahead and talk about it.
Oh, do you want to go and talk about it now? We can talk about it.
I only have a few little quips to say.
Okay,
I don't have a lot. Basically, all you need to know is there was a song that Bring Me the Horizon released that sounded strangely like an Evanescence song. And they got sued.
Yeah. From what I understand is that Ollie Sykes like listened back to it and was like, it was such a subconscious thing that we were like, we're not even going to fight it.
It literally was accidental plagiarism.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically now they're best friends with Amy Lee, and she was like, you know what?
She approached them and was like, I just want y'all to know there was no hard feelings. I really like you guys and I want to work with y'all. Yeah. And they're like, come be on a song with us.
I want to know how they hooked up with Baby Metal. That's something I would like to know as well.
Yeah, that's incredible. But
if you happen to know, please let us know.
Yeah, I do not know. I just know about the Amy Lee kerfuffle turned friendship.
Right, yeah.
Which I love.
We love Amy Lee.
Bring me the Evanescence.
Bring me the Evanescence. Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, post-human survival horror, Bring Me the Horizon. So good. Again, 10 out of 10. Wood headbang.
It's a long EP. Like they're calling that thing an EP. It's like 8 songs.
It's an
extended EP.
I was gonna say that, but that's what extended the E in EP stands for, is extended.
What does the P stand for?
Play. Extended play.
Okay, so I guess that's something as a non-musician I need to understand is at what point is it an EP and what point is it an album?
I feel like you can call whatever you want.
You could call 12 songs an EP. I feel like an album is more of like one concept. And an EP is like a playlist of singles. That's what I'm going to go with. If you feel a different way about it, let me know. Tell me what your idea of the difference between EPs and albums are. What did Hannah say? Hannah said BMTH supported Baby Metal on their Japanese tour.
Oh, shoot. I didn't know that.
Thank you, Hannah.
And now did not know that. See, this is why we love some fun facts.
Yes. From fun people.
Yes.
Fun facts from fun people.
Yes.
To give her a shameless plug, you should absolutely go buy her art. Drop your link in the comments. I'm not exactly sure what your art link is. I know you're 2 cents pence on Instagram.
I'm pretty sure it's like HP Hubcraft.
HP Hubcraft, that's the one.
Yes. We love it. Oh my God, such good
art. Go buy her art.
Such amazing
HP
art.
Hubcraft.
Yes.
Based out of San Diego now. Is she in San Diego? San Diego.
Yep. She does have an Etsy as well.
She does, and I've bought shit from it.
Oh my gosh. She does commissions and stuff. So yeah. Go blow up her commissions.
She's fantastic.
She is a single fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. We got some Blackstone Cherry. We love that. We love some Southern folk rock. That's what I'm calling it.
Oh my gosh, it just reminded me. Never mind.
Oh no. This is something you want to say right now?
I was like, it's just very reminiscent of like Saving Abel.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, like it brought me back to like 2011. I was like, damn, I'm crushing on a boy listening to a song on the way to a soccer game in my iPod.
Oh man,
that's the vibe from this right here. What song is this?
Oh, okay. So Hannah says it's HP Hubcraft on Twitter, Etsy, and Instagram. Also, we love you too. Oh, I've known her since like kindergarten, by the way, guys.
I met her like this year. I don't think I've actually ever met her in person.
That's
but
kind
I
of the
follow
way
her on
is.
Twitter, and that's good enough for me.
She's friends with everybody because she's a really dope person.
So nice.
She honestly. All right. Well, Blackstone Cherry out with The Human Condition, their 7th studio album. First of all, and it does include a cover of "Don't Bring Me Down" by ELO.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Yes, this is. I mean, I know it's not an original like Blackstone Cherry song, but this is my favorite song on the entire album.
Honestly, it's already so good.
Honestly, I'm gonna skip. Yes, it's so good. Oh man, so go check it out if for no other reason but for a good ELO cover. Hello. Oh, thank you for watching with us. It does include that cover, but it's cool because it'll be available on a red transparent vinyl, which I like knowing how
you like red and transparency.
I mean, yes,
the color red and transparency are
I was
two
also
of Megan's favorite things.
True. I was just gonna say, like, I like how creative they get with the vinyls.
You have to be creative in this industry right now. It's suffering.
Yeah. I mean, yes, you're right, but even before it was suffering, it was really cool. But yes, it'll be on a red transparent vinyl, a limited edition CD box set, and obviously it's available digitally everywhere. Cool. Yes, it's so good, and I'm still just like stuck on the "Don't Bring Me Down" because it's fire, straight fire. All right, moving on.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yes, moving on to some aliens and existential reckoning. Anyway, do you want to talk about this one?
Do I want to talk about Pussifer?
I'm sorry, what was that? Say it again.
I'm so immature. I would love to talk about Maynard James Keenan's side project.
We love it.
Just kidding. I feel like I'm gonna just
anyway.
Like, you know what? If you're not Tool, you're a side project, honestly. He's got like 3 bands.
Yes.
He also does a Perfect Circle.
Yes.
And I'm like, do you sleep? He also has a winery.
Yes, I did know that actually.
He doesn't sleep.
That's
why he's bald.
Wow.
That was really, I'm so sorry, Maynard. I paid a lot of money to see you in concert. You can take it. You can take a backhanded compliment from me. Sorry.
Anyway, this is their 4th studio album, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's their first full-length LP in 5 years since Money Shot.
Wow.
Fun fact. And it's really cool. I like the album artwork. You got the aliens, and it's very existential.
It's very Maynard.
It's very Maynard.
That's actually him on the cover.
There's some kind of video that they released with this as well.
I have to like lean over my microphone. Y'all are probably looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm like trying to see the artwork. So I'm like leaning down into the screen so I can see a better view of it. Hi, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
Welcome aboard the She Headbangs Choo Choo train. Sorry, that was weird. We're glad you're here, regardless.
I loved it. Thank you.
So
anyway, moving on. We have some I Prevail, and I love I Prevail.
Who doesn't love I Prevail?
Losers.
Okay.
See,
a bit harsh, but all right.
No. I feel like that was just the right amount of harsh.
Oh, I like how it's called post-traumatic.
It's post-traumatic, yes.
Because the album's called Trauma.
Yes, because it digs deeper into their album.
I like that. Trauma. It's like a therapeutic session.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes, and it's the deluxe live
I love his voice.
version. Oh my God, honestly. Let's see.
We're just going to listen to this. Like, y'all can leave now. We're just going to listen to this for the rest of the day. I'm just kidding. Please don't leave. I have a lot of anxiety. And I have to know that we're friends.
They have Hurricane reimagined on this. And I love that song so much.
It's already so pretty, and I'm mad about it.
So they just made it
Delilah.
even better.
Delilah. Do you remember that? Did you ever listen to B98.5?
Yeah.
And it was like in the evenings, you would drive and be like, Delilah.
Oh my God.
Did I just unlock one of those weird ass memories for you?
Oh my God.
We were doing earlier, we were playing that, what was that? Greatest Love Songs collection or whatever.
Yes.
I'm your lady. And you are the man.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh man,
This is
I
why
wish I
I'm
had a
not the front
banner
woman for the
for you. New music by Lee Valentine.
Celine Dion. It was a Celine Dion cover.
I know, but you're the one singing.
Zombie faced. No, listen to some zombie. Submit your music to us. You can just like tell us now. We have a whole itinerary.
Let's just pause everything we're doing. Tell them where to find us. And where to submit music.
Go to sheheadbangs.com/contact. There is a submission form on our website where you can submit your music. And if you submit your music, you may be one of the first bands to be featured on the new reformatted She Headbangs radio show.
Whoa.
Next Monday, which just happens to be my birthday. So if you don't come, I'll be mad.
I'm so sad that we're not doing like a full like.
I mean,
like,
you can throw. You can.
I mean, I can, but it won't be like live like that. You know what I mean? Like there were balloons and everything.
I mean,
we're just doing the radio
we're still.
show.
It's still going to be live on YouTube.
Oh
Yeah.
Okay.
Megan doesn't know what's happening. It's fine.
I mean, you're right. Anyway, our last one to talk about today.
Bad omens.
Bad omens.
Finding God where God finds me.
Love that. And it's
the acoustic.
Yeah. Yes. And it's very good.
It's very pretty.
That's all I have to say about that.
I feel like a lot of people are just like they've like released all their pent up rage and they're like, here's acoustic versions of our angry music. And I'm not mad about it.
We love it. Honestly,
So.
I feel that.
Girl, same. Hi, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos.
I'm gonna like hit these people as soon as they come in and be like, Carlos, what's good?
What were you for Halloween?
Yeah. Every time somebody comes into the chat, we're gonna ask them a question.
Tim, what were you for Halloween?
Oh, we're not gonna change the question.
What? No. I want to know what everyone was for Halloween.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's fair.
So, somebody
drop a comment.
Give us your best music history fun fact.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, both of these.
That's the topic today. We're going to talk about the beginning of it all.
The beginning of it all.
Yeah. And we're going to play this just in our headphones while we talk because it's very soothing.
It is. I feel like taking a nap.
Alrighty. Are you ready to move on to
music news?
Music news.
Love that. All right. Palais Royale is doing something really cool, just like they normally do.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. They have announced a tour pending certain scenarios and situations.
The thing.
Capital T, TM.
TM.
Yes.
Trademarked.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that is trademarked, but for something else. They announced a tour and a graphic novel, which is actually really cool.
Yeah. A lot of people do graphic novels. You know who did a graphic novel first? It's Andy Pierce.
Oh my god.
Are we going to talk about that's not even on here?
What? His Batman thing?
No.
What?
The new era.
Oh yeah, that's
man.
right. I did not put that on here.
That's fine.
But it's really I like how they did the
Hey, Jessica Palmer.
branding.
Hey, Elliot. Welcome aboard. We're talking about music news. What were you for Halloween? And give us your music history fun fact.
Yes. Please. All right. Well, Palais Royale, they plan to
Hey, Carlene.
Wow.
A lot of people. Hey, y'all.
Hey. Again, tell us what you are for Halloween.
Will you we pull up Instagram for me so I don't have to leave this? Because I gotta look at things. I gotta make sure I get the facts straight because it's not on the thing.
Oh shoot, I'm going to go
It
to
doesn't matter which page you're on.
Oh, I didn't know what you were trying to do.
Blackout Brides.
Anyway, Palais Royale, they plan to begin touring to help promote The Bastards in July 2021. They're going to be touring through United States and parts of Canada as well. And they are coming to Atlanta at the Buckhead Theater. Fun fact for everyone watching in our city and state. They will be joining us. But a lot of the tours, they haven't quite nailed down some venues.
Yikes.
Yeah. So there's a lot of TBD on their stuff.
That's fine.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes. Oliver Tree is releasing a graphic novel as well. Sick.
Oh, that's cool. He's weird.
Leah, you were made for radio. Radio voice. Oh my god.
They're saying these things.
Molly.
Oh my god,
Rumpel.
Molly. I love Molly.
Thank you. You probably haven't heard me shout yet, but that's fine. I also have a face for radio. Just kidding. I'm actually pretty cute.
True. You're very pretty. So, but anyway, to elaborate on this album that they released, they are doing The Bastards Volume 1. It's 260 pages of illustrations.
The Bastards.
Yes.
Just kidding, that's the name of their album. So.
Most of which I thought this was really cool. A lot of the illustrations were drawn by their drummer, Emerson Barrett.
Wow.
I didn't know he was really an artist.
I'm going to make you answer a question for me.
Oh, God.
What are the 3 names What are the names of the 3 members of Palais Royale?
Okay, well, one is obviously Emerson.
Yep.
Oh, this is so bad. I don't know. I could tell you what they look like. One looks like a vampire.
They all
look like vampires. Never mind. You're right.
If it makes you better, I can only tell you one other.
What is there?
Remington.
Oh, Remington. Yes, I remember. Is he the
Emerson, Remington, and then we're gonna have to look at this up right now.
Is Remington? He's the lead singer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I don't know the other guy. The other guy is from some random country as well.
Sebastian.
Seb.
I knew that too.
See, it's like once you say it, I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't count once you say it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that novel is set to come out December 12th. Also, I feel like this is worth mentioning, even though it's not actual news.
We'll carry on.
I feel like my banner is misleading. The MCR is coming back. They said 1 year ago. They announced 1 year ago.
We've been new.
But I thought
if you're wondering how
anniversary to talk about.
Yeah, if you're wondering how important My Chemical Romance is, my sister even likes them. Yeah, that sounded really bad. Like my sister's music opinion doesn't matter, but like she doesn't like rock and metal music,
but she likes MCR.
But she likes MCR.
Again, who doesn't?
So, but anyways, before we move on to the next topic, we have to talk about this important music news. So last week we talked about Black Veil Brides have been putting out teasers.
We talked about them.
# join the Phantom tomorrow. I have no idea what the Phantom tomorrow means. They've been saying that for like 8 days, and they're like, it's tomorrow, bitch.
Tomorrow never comes.
Tomorrow never.
Ooh, see.
Okay.
It's
over
the
here.
Phantom tomorrow.
Okay.
Anyway.
So anyways, they are putting out a single on Friday the 13th called Scarlet Cross. It is the new era of Black Veil Brides, and I am very excited.
The new logo does look cool.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a bee, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some
Hi, Zach. Zach says, I don't know who they are at all. That's okay. You don't have to know everything to be a part of this. Doesn't matter. That's what we're here for.
Guess what?
We're here to learn together. New. Yeah. That's what tonight's all about. Give us, while you are here though, Zach, we want to know your music
Halloween
history
costume.
fun fact. You can also tell us what you were for Halloween while you're here.
I want to know.
Steven, you can do the same thing because we see you. You can't hide from us.
We know you're watching.
We know you're there.
We know you're there. Go ahead and talk about your boy.
That was it. We can move on now. I just wanted to get it off my chest.
Oh my God.
What? I genuinely, okay, so fun fact. Hey, David. So fun fact, I texted Megan like 48 hours. It was on Friday, I think. And I blew up Megan's phone. Let me show you these text messages.
Facts. This is true.
I mean, like all caps. I was like, dead ass. I think Black Veil Brides is going through a whole ass rebranding, new name, new look, everything. And she said, what? And I said, so Andy took the Black Veil Brides out of his Instagram bio. And the most recent post from the page is a video of them striking out their old logo. Like they lost a founding member of the band earlier this year. He left, not died, to clarify. But they've also been talking about how new and different and exciting their new stuff is going to be. And you said, that's so cool. And I said, shook me to my core, and you laughed. And I said, new era, Andy Biersack coming for my neck. Literally, this could be almost as bad, I believe, as the time I almost got fired over him.
Can we talk about that?
No.
Why?
That is literally the most embarrassing story of my life.
You bring up my 24th birthday all the time. So can we not talk about...
I didn't give details of your 24th birthday, and I will...
That's true.
Maybe one day when we hit 1 million followers,
no,
I will tell the story of how Andy Biersack literally got me fired from a job.
Thanks, Andy.
Oh my gosh.
Andy,
I literally...
if you're watching this.
Like, this happened, I'm not kidding you, 6 years ago. And it's still so embarrassing that I can't talk about it.
Honestly, I feel that.
Like, I've never been that embarrassed in my life.
Oh, I feel that. Oh, man. We love painfully awkward things.
It was painful. It was embarrassing. It was... I had to tell my boyfriend about it the other day, and it took me like 30 minutes to get through it.
What?
Yeah. I had to tell my boyfriend my most embarrassing story. And I had to tell him about the time I got fired over Andy Biersack.
And he still loves you.
I mean, he hasn't said
Molly,
that, but thank you.
You're welcome. See, Molly says you have to you have to tell it. You have... Okay, don't give all the details, but give us like a little something because it's been very, very vague. Like, don't give us the most embarrassing part if you don't want to. But
basically, I sent a text. I was supposed to send a text to my best friend Erica of a picture of Andy Biersack.
And it did not
with
go
a
to Erica.
suggestive caption, and it instead went to my boss. And that's what you need to know. So there you go. That's the Reader's Digest version of how Andy Biersack got me fired.
Oh, wait, we have a fun fact. Okay, I learned yesterday.
I'm glad you're getting these because I am not.
I'm looking. I learned yesterday that the chorus from Wagon Wheel was written 20-something years before the rest of the song was finished and released. Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Now everyone's laughing at me.
Zach and Molly, they're just laughing with you.
I'm gonna actually, to get a part, I'm gonna be therapeutic, and I'm gonna actually like post that snippet on our page as promo. And I'm gonna tag him in it, and I'm gonna put marketing dollars behind it and see how many people will
do it.
Will follow us. Who said OMG? Carlene, it's not fun. You didn't even laugh, but I said it's not funny. Honestly, it's like I can't give you the details. That's how embarrassing it is. If you want to know the story, you can bribe my best friend Erica Van Petten. Care of Middletown, Ohio.
You didn't even give us the whole story, and it's already still hilarious.
That's how bad it was. Like, you don't know the whole story?
No, I do, but and everyone watching.
I'm not gonna answer my phone on air. Okay.
She just wanted to be featured. Do you want to be like, "Hi, I'm Abby from Marietta, Georgia. Just calling in to say I love the show."
We should really get like a call-in line for starting next week. That'd be so much fun. Let us know in the comments if you would like a call-in line so you can be part of the show.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to do it technology-wise because I have no idea.
I'm sure I have one person in my life who could tell me how to do it.
Just one.
Just the one.
Just the one. He's the only one who would know.
He really is.
Yes. Anyway.
But yeah, get us to 1 million followers and I will give you the entire Andy Biersack got me fired story.
Yes. Basically share this with all of your friends.
Yeah, literally. Even if you can get us to like 100, if 100 people view this tonight, by the end of the night, if you can get 100 people to view this.
Easy. Give it say 5,000 people.
Okay.
Because we can get 1,000. I think.
Can we get 1,000? I was just gonna say, literally, if we at one point hit 100 viewers tonight, I will tell the story.
Oh, 100 viewers.
100 viewers, like at one time. Yes.
All right, we'll share it out and tell everybody to watch.
That's my deal with you guys. If you can get us to 100 viewers, the first time we hit 100 viewers on the show, I will tell the Andy Biersack got me fired story.
Heard. Please share it with your friends, everybody. This is a good story.
Do you even know the story?
I do. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. We love this story.
Anyway, do
you want to talk about the beginning of rock and metal?
Hi. So anyways, my dad is here, everyone. And we're going to talk about the beginning of rock and metal while my dad's here, and maybe he can contribute. But anyways, so yeah, the topic tonight is... He doesn't know anything. So anyways, in the early 1960s, heavier electric guitar sounds were being experimented with in blues. Do you just want to say hi? Do you just want to say hi to everybody?
Sure, why not?
This is my dad.
Come say hey.
You have to lean in. Yep, there he is.
Hello.
This is my dad, everyone.
I'm going to step out. I thought you went to 6:30. Well, you go to 7:30. That's right.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
You're fine. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
That's been my favorite guest host so far.
Yes. Also, I'm pretty sure we've talked about him plenty of times on here.
Yeah, at this point, you all know my dad.
That's who he is.
That's who my dad is.
The man, the myth, and the legend.
Hello to you, Dad. He's a supportive ass dad.
He's a great person.
He's a great dad.
We love Dan.
So anyways, I tried to play that off. I was like, I'm just gonna keep going and see.
It didn't work. It's okay.
And then he was like, what are you saying? Are you talking to me? I'm like, no, I'm not talking to you, Dad. I'm on air.
I love that. We love supportive parents.
We love my dad. Anyways, the beginning of rock and metal. So in the early 1960s, there was like a bunch of like blues artists who were experiencing or experimenting with like heavier sounds in their electric guitar. And they're like, that's wicked. We like that. Artists like Willie Johnson and James Cotton, who I think something that should be very notable is that like Black people like started the metal, like rock and metal.
Yeah.
Like it's so important to like recognize that like
Yeah.
once again, something that white people love was built on the foundation of black people. Like
I'm laughing
cotton.
because you're not wrong. Wow.
So anyways, Willie Johnson and James Cotton, who were in these blues bands, were experimenting with heavier sounds. And this caught the attention of a lot of like United Kingdom and England based bands. They're being really heavily influenced by it, and they were calling it blues rock. And some of these bands are like the Kinks, and then like a smaller little band called the Rolling Stones.
Never heard of them.
Where like sometimes like I try to like I really try to talk about indie bands on this show because I think it's important to give them like
You know what? Go give them a follow on Facebook.
Yeah, you should really check out the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
I think they have a new single out. You may like them. Little indie underground band.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Love doing that to really famous bands. It's great.
So
anyway,
so in the late 1960s, there was a band called Coven, and they would put on like performances. And they would dress up in these like costumes, like these black costumes. And it was really the like kind of the inception of like, I want to call it glam metal, but it was very like cultish and dark.
That explains so much.
It really does. Like one of the very first bands to like actually play like metal music and like be out on the metal scene was wearing this like dark satanic like.
And
like,
that's where that connotation comes from. With,
yeah.
Like, satanic music is metal.
Yeah,
metal,
which I thought because like I learned that was my new music fact of the day was like there was a band who actually did this that like really put that connotation out there of like
thanks Coven,
thanks a lot Coven, and of course their name's Coven,
right?
Man. So anyways, so Coven was putting on these like really wicked performances. They were tying in cultish visualizations, the costuming, the designs, everything like that. And that was catching the attention of a lot of other bands, and they're like, oh, this is cool. And like that's kind of where the whole glam metal, like performance metal thing kind of came from. I mean, we go from bands like Coven to Kiss to up to Black Veil Brides. Oh my god. But anyways, as metal kind of caught on all over the world, we have these bigger metal bands that we really kind of we consider like the first big metal bands. Some people argue it's Led Zeppelin. Some people argue it is Black Sabbath. Go ahead and drop in the comments who you think. We'd like to know who you think the first metal band is. Who's like kind of the one.
Yeah.
Bye, Carlene. So after this like first inception of like metal bands came to be in the, I guess it was like the late 60s, more and more of this caught popularity in the late 60s, early 70s. And by the early 70s, I mean, we had bands, we just had like a large slew of metal bands, and then they were getting their own subgenres. Hair metal, glam metal, heavy metal, just regular metal. And then even from there, bands who were not considered metal were called hard rock, and that's where that came from. Was they needed a category for the bands who weren't quite metal.
Yeah, I mean, but of course you also have to talk about the big four.
Yeah, of course. Slayer, Anthrax,
Metallica,
Sabbath. Sabbath isn't one of them.
Anthrax, Slayer, Megadeth, and Metallica.
Sorry, Megadeth. But yeah, so I mean those are the big four who like come to mind when you're like, oh, metal. But there are so many other like subgenres that help build it that it's like kind of hard to ignore their
I feel like so much happened. Like, I don't know. It's just like so many small things had to happen for everything to just fall into place the way that it did. And then it still branches out and does, its own thing.
Because you can we can sit here all day and be like, hey, big four, but like,
that's it. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, the big four, that's it. But like, we can, straight up, like, I'll go out on a limb here and say that like the big four wouldn't be the big four without Black Sabbath.
I mean,
like the Black Sabbath walked so Metallica could run, literally.
Yes.
But notable bands in the 70s after this, like including the big four, like AC/DC, Van Halen, Motorhead, Motley Crue, Alice Cooper, all of that leading into the 80s. Some of these bands are still going, which is really cool. And then I also found out that in the early 80s, heavy metal went from 8% to 20% share of all recordings sold in the United States.
Wow, that's a big jump.
It's a really big jump.
Yeah.
It may not sound like a big number,
I mean,
but 20% of all sales,
that's huge.
that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That would be, I mean, that's kind of like, we would like being in the rock and metal community, you would kill for that today.
I would kill for 8%, but thank you.
But with this number skyrocketing, major publications were coming out with magazines specifically focused on this. And in the 80s, Kerrang and Metal Hammer both came out in the 80s. Kerrang
wow.
magazine started in 1981.
Wow, I didn't know Kerrang was that old. Okay.
1981. They're going
Gotcha.
on 40 years.
Wow.
Coming on 40 years next year, which is crazy. And then Metal Hammer in 1984. Billboard declared at one point that metal has broadened its audience base. Metal music is no longer the exclusive domain of male teenagers, but metal audiences have become older, younger, and more female.
And that was back in 1985.
Yeah, that was back in the 80s.
Yeah. Like, I would love to hear their opinions on it now.
That, yeah. I mean, I think we see it, you know, a lot of times you and I sit and we talk about feminism in the industry.
Yeah.
And how we go to concerts and, like, you know, you see the pictures, like a picture's worth 1,000 words, but you see pictures at a festival and it's like a guy in the front row holding a beer.
Yeah.
But you don't see the rest of the crowd. You don't see how many women are there. You don't see how many teenagers
I don't
are there.
know. I feel like now I'm starting to see a lot of women on those barricades.
Yeah.
And they're up front and they're just
I love it.
They're just as in there as the dudes. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I mean, I feel like men still kind of dominate that scene.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they're the only people in the scene.
Right.
But they certainly dominate the scene.
Yeah. I would have to agree.
In working, in performing, and in fan base. Like,
yeah.
Artists are mostly, and men metal are mostly male.
Mm-hmm.
The industry workers in rock and metal are mostly male.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at the radio station that we work at, Hellfire. I love it. It's really fun. And one of the reasons we wanted to come on board is because we felt like it needed more diversity.
Yeah.
And so being like women at the station gives more women opportunities by being like, hey, we can do this.
Yeah.
So can you. And also kind of like branching out, like, I mean, this was the 80s and now we're in 2020 and we see so many subgenres.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know, and then we also have, I mean, one of the things that was talked about as well that I didn't really cover was, like, in the 70s was when punk rock came around. I mean, Motorhead what really is classified as punk rock.
Yeah.
And that was, you know, Motorhead came around and the Ramones, you know.
Yes.
Rock was huge and it was coming out of England in the 80s.
Yeah.
So,
it's part of the reason why I like Youngblood so much.
I
feel like I feel like there's something nostalgic
he's everything about him. Like, and you know what, I think a lot of times he gets shit about it, and I am with you, and I want to just like take a moment to give him mad props. He is going against every stereotype that could possibly be given to him as a teenage boy. And is
he a teenager still? I don't know how old is he.
I mean, he's a young male, like college-aged male. I want to say he's like 23.
Oh, okay.
I shouldn't have called him a teenager. That's my bad. But he is going.
He's a baby.
Yeah, I mean, he, like, in the grand scheme of things, he is a baby.
Yeah.
But Youngblood is really, like, defying every stereotype that you would see in a young male artist.
Yeah. It's
rock and roll. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, that's what rock and roll, like, at its root in the 80s was. It was defiance.
Yeah. Boom.
And in 2020, like,
that's it.
Nobody likes defiance in 2020. Like, people like conformity.
Yeah.
And it makes people so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But that's rock. Like, you're not supposed to be comfortable in rock and roll. Like, that's not what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like that. Punk. And I like that there are artists who are trying to bring that back. I mean, we just talked about Palais Royale.
Yeah.
You know, that's glam metal. You know, Black Veil Brides is glam metal. And there are bands who are going against the rift and trying to bring back the authenticity of it. And you don't have to look like Kiss or Motley Crue to bring back the authenticity of rock and roll.
Yeah.
But it's about being non-conformant, in my opinion anyways. I mean,
yeah.
In just my humble opinion, I believe that rock and roll isn't meant to be coloring in the lines.
Right.
So, I don't know. I think these are awesome bands who have who've paved the way. I mean, even for you, I mean, these like I say we, like Misty Eye doesn't exist without these bands.
That's true. That's very true. And I mean, I feel like we've talked about it so many times, but it's because it's so important. It's just like the women in the scene.
Yeah.
You know, like people like Lizzie Hale.
Oh yeah.
Amy Lee, like so many people.
And I think that's one of the things I like so much about this community is like these like I'm sure, and again, this is just me from an outsider's perspective. I've never walked a day in Lizzie Hale's shoes or Taylor Momsen's shoes, but
yeah,
no one in this scene is looking at them and going, "Get off stage, you're a woman, go back to the kitchen." It's, people are really, they have mad respect for Lizzie.
I mean, like
feminism.
I feel like you're right to a degree, but I'm sure there are definitely a lot of people who are still like, they probably downplay the knowledge that they have,
right,
or the expertise that they have, or like the businesswomen that they are. But
I think my favorite part,
now.
Yeah, it is. But I think my favorite part about it, especially with people like Amy Lee and Lizzie Hale and Taylor Momsen, they come out here with 2 middle fingers and are like,
they literally do not care what you
we don't give a fuck. Like, you can sit here and act like you know me all day long, and I'm gonna shit on you.
And that is the most metal thing I've ever heard in my life.
Like, I love the women in this industry. I love the fact that, and maybe it's just a product of the genre. None of the women are out here like boo-hooing about like, oh, they're being mean to me. Like, they're getting up.
Well, yeah, I feel like if you're gonna be like that in the rock and metal scene, especially like trying to make it and be someone like a Lizzie Hale or a Taylor Momsen, you can't be like that.
Yeah,
it's
a thick-skinned industry.
You're gonna get run over.
You'll never make it. Yeah. So I don't know. I love that about it, and I think again, like even bands like Hailstorm, like. I get so baffled over the fact that Hailstorm started in the 90s, and I found out about Hailstorm like 3 years ago.
3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was like, oh, sick. Who is this new band, Hailstorm? And it's like they put their first record out in the 90s, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Taylor Momsen is that bitch show. She is 100%
capital T, capital
that
B.
bitch. Yeah, she is.
Trademark.
Have you seen that Vine where it's like, yes, she is a bitch. BICTH, and she spells it wrong and just butchers it, but she owns the energy, and I love it.
Yes,
but
the spirit is there, and that's all that matters.
That's what matters, and like I think you have to have that kind of personality and that kind of energy to be in this scene. And I think like with you, I've seen it so much in this year, like start to shine out of you where you've stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah,
like I mean, there were times like a few years ago where like you'd let it get to you, and like I mean, there were a few times you and I had to have a conversation of like, hey, you can't do this and be a rock star.
Yeah.
And then finally, I don't know what clicked, but suddenly, like at the beginning of this year, you were like, you're right.
Yeah.
And now you're this like boss ass bitch.
Yeah.
Who gets in political fights on Facebook with your family.
We love it.
And doesn't care. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think
it's just something about the vibe that you get. It's kind of hard to not fall into it in a good way. That makes it sound like peer pressure and bad things. Right. But it's like, it's inspiring.
Yeah. And I think, and I think, that's the one thing about rock that hasn't changed since its inception is that like that need for rebellion.
Yeah.
And and I think maybe like, I remember a few years ago, it wasn't even a few years ago, it might have been like a year and a half ago, you and I were talking about like rock is going to have a revival.
Yes.
And I think all this pent up like angst that's happening in the world, this revolution, all this like, we're sitting on the night before like one of the biggest elections of our lives. And like, we can sit here and like not be political on the show all day, but at the base of it, rock is political.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And so it always has this like
I am that pitch, Molly.
That pitch. She is.
I am.
Yes.
It's funny because I feel like that typo is me also.
It
like
100% that pitch. That's something that would have been a great tagline for like a new Pitch Perfect movie.
I love those movies.
I do too.
Is that any surprise?
No. But
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah. Oh, I do too, man.
And Rebel Wilson.
She's that bitch.
And Adam Devine, even though he's not a woman, but he's amazing.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll let it slide.
We love strong men too. Okay.
Yeah, we can. But that's like at the root of feminism. Like we're gonna do an episode about feminism in the
Yeah.
scene. And we are still desperately trying to find a guest to come on and talk about that. And we'd really love to get Lizzie Hale, if you're watching, come on our show. We've literally been saving this episode for like Lizzie Hale.
Yeah.
So
I
I might sneeze. I have to sneeze. I can
Bless
feel
you.
it. Thank you. But as we get into the reformation, literally, of our show, we're gonna create these. We're gonna do podcasts. We love being with you guys for an hour every week, but we want to be able to talk about music with you guys,
and y'all actually be able to hear it.
Yeah, and like talk about new bands and talk about news, and like we want to discover music with you guys together. We want the radio show to feel very collaborative. Yes, with you guys who tune in every week, and we're really grateful for you guys. And you're part of our crew. You're part of our motley crew.
Oh God,
no pun intended.
Stop.
But
I'm calling Tommy Lee.
If you have his phone number and you haven't gotten him on the show yet, I'm about to be so mad at you. I'm like 90% sure you know someone who knows him.
Hey man, there's like 7 points of 7 degrees,
6 degrees from Kevin Bacon or whatever.
Yeah.
How did Kevin Bacon?
Though.
I'm sitting here more concerned about how Kevin Bacon got that.
Because he's been in so many random movies and he's just everywhere.
Is that it? Is that why he
I guess
is on the butt end of that joke?
What joke?
I mean, it's not a joke, but like it could be anybody. Like it could be like 7 Degrees from Leonardo DiCaprio.
Kevin.
But why is it Kevin Bacon?
Because Kevin Bacon is the greatest actor of our generation. He's not our generation.
He's not our generation. Who is the greatest actor of our generation?
Jennifer Lawrence.
I was gonna say Daniel Radcliffe, but okay.
No, I have it. It's Shia LaBeouf.
It is Shia LaBeouf.
The
range on that,
bro.
Man.
Dude, you know what movie I watched for the first time ever?
If you say Holes, I swear to God.
Holes. I'm just kidding. No. What is? Oh man, it's the peanut butter. No, it's the peanut butter.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Shoot, I gotta know what it is.
Hang on. Full name.
The peanut butter.
I know what you're talking about,
the wrestler.
though.
He's
yeah.
The thing.
Yeah, but
Falcon.
The Peanut Butter Falcon. Yep, that's the one.
That's such a good movie. I laughed. I cried. It was just a good
I died inside.
I mean, when I thought, okay, I'm not gonna.
Okay,
spoil it.
Don't spoil the movie for us.
For
but anyways, Shia LaBeouf. I bet Shia LaBeouf loves rock music.
Wait, have you seen that? Oh man, what's that thing where he's like creeping in the woods? It's Shia LaBeouf.
No.
Oh,
I've never seen that. You're gonna have to send that to me.
Man, we're gonna have to post a clip to our Instagram or something because it's something that everyone needs to see.
Okay.
Like there's this song and an entire orchestra did it with like interpretive dance, and it's just a big thing.
Does he know about it?
He was in the audience. He was the only one in the audience.
Is that the thing where he's like sitting alone?
Yes.
Like this? Oh, okay.
Yes. Except you need to see what he was clapping at because it's Shia LaBeouf. Oh God, I love Shia LaBeouf. Now that we're talking about him, I'm like, oh my God.
We're just talking about Shia LaBeouf. We're gonna do an episode on Shia LaBeouf, and hopefully he will be the guest. Can you imagine interviewing Shia LaBeouf about
Shia LaBeouf?
Shia LaBeouf. Being like, don't you love Shia LaBeouf? What do you think Shia LaBeouf's best work is? And he's like,
Molly knows what I'm talking about. Yes.
So
the paper mache Shia LaBeouf heads. We love it.
Anyways, yeah. Now I want to interview Shia LaBeouf about Shia LaBeouf's life.
Didn't he do a thing where he like played all of his movies like in order of the time that they were released? And there was like a theater full of people. He was also there, obviously watching with everybody else.
I had no idea he did.
Yeah,
this man is
he.
I love him a little more every time somebody talks about him because he always does boss ass stuff.
If you have fun facts about Shia LaBeouf, please let us know.
That's what we're gonna talk about in our advice and story time. Shia LaBeouf.
Man, speaking of which, it is that time.
It is that time. We hope you guys enjoyed our
chock full of knowledge.
Yeah, I felt like that was the most knowledgeable episode.
Yeah,
like I just like dropped some
truth bombs.
Some truth bombs on y'all. Somebody commented about how they like that, and I'm like, great, we'll do that more often.
Yeah,
we'll know our shit before we get on air again.
That helps.
Yeah, but no, absolutely, we're gonna be doing that more.
We'll have more time too.
We will. We're gonna be doing 30 to 45 minute podcast episodes to talk about different discussion things in the industry. We're going to be doing topics like, I think what I'm most excited about is to do our episode where it's the evolution of, where each season we're going to pick a band.
Yes.
And
We've
we're
been
going to
talking
do
about that, but
We
yes.
have been, and we know who our first one's going to be.
Shia LaBeouf.
Honestly, we'll start like a movie review show and we'll do Shia LaBeouf.
I would be the worst person to do movie
Also,
reviews.
you know what we need to do? I was literally thinking about this on the car home. We like dead ass need to like make She-Haws happen.
I would have some strong opinion on some She-Ha.
Yeah, She-Haws.
She-Haws.
I would love to do She-Haws.
I love country
This is not the right demographic for She-Haws though.
No.
Nobody here wants to listen to us talk about country music.
I love Jason Aldean.
Hot take.
Hot take.
I like his music. I don't like him as a person.
Oh, I don't know him as a person, but I like his music.
Yeah, I mean that's
Anyway,
that.
watch She had
She-Haws.
Watch She-Haws for some
I
more
don't think
country.
Hellfire Radio is going to support our She-Haws show.
Man, why not?
We're going to have to call like Kicks 1015 and be like, so we have this idea.
Put us on the air. Oh God, for the love of God, do not do that.
No, please don't tell them we're interested because we're not.
Do not ruin their reputation for being a decent radio station.
We're going to, you and I'm so mad at you.
Why?
I was about to be like, you and I at dinner are going to have a heated debate over whether or not we prefer 94.9 The Bull or Kicks 1015, but we're not going to dinner because you're blowing me off and you haven't even told me why.
Also, that's not even a question because it's 94.9 The
94.9
Bull.
The Bull. I'm glad you agree.
Yes.
Okay, but why? This is the advice and story time. So I have a question. I need your advice. My best friend and I go to dinner every Monday night, and this week she blew me off and she won't tell me why, and I'm really sad. What do I do?
I have a lot of things to do. I'm a really busy person.
Okay, like you also should have to eat.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I'm straight just gonna go to Wendy's and think of you while I eat spicy chicken
I
nuggets.
had Wendy's with spicy chicken nuggets for lunch.
Yes.
Man, they're probably gonna think we're dead.
What do you mean? Oh, they're gonna be like, oh, the girls.
They're not here.
They're
Honestly, we
gonna
go to
call
the same restaurant every single Monday.
every Monday at about 7:45.
You know, I left my debit card there last week.
Did you?
Yeah, and then I went on Wednesday and I walked in the door because I was meeting because my sister. So okay, here's a fun story time. So last week, my sister. Well, not last week, but like for the past couple weeks, my sister's been having some like weird ass like memory loss issues and like dizzy spells. And so she went to the doctor. Mom was like, "Go to the doctor and get checked out." So she went to the doctor. The doctor's like, "Let's do a CT scan on your head." So they did the CT scan, and the doctor's like, "Hey, not to freak you out, but like you need to go see a neurologist right now. You have bleeding in your frontal lobe."
No.
And she's like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, you have bleeding in your frontal lobe." And so they sent her over to a neurologist, and the neurologist did an MRI, and they're like, "Hey, basically, like to explain her symptoms, she had like brain cells that hadn't fully formed, and they dried out, and they were bleeding in her brain."
That's great. How does that happen?
I have no idea, but basically they were like, "So long story short, you have epilepsy."
What?
Just like throwing my sister's like life on air real quick. Yeah, my sister got diagnosed with epilepsy Wednesday night. And so anyways, we literally, well, because like when we first got the call and they sent her to the MRI, we thought she was gonna have like a brain hemorrhage or a stroke and she was gonna have to have like surgery or some shit.
Yeah.
And so she was like, "Oh, it's just epilepsy." She's like, "Sick, we're going to dinner to celebrate." And so we went to Three Amigos and I walk in the door and I'm like, "Hey, I'm here to meet my sister." She's like, "Yep, your debit card's also here." I was like, "Oh, okay." Like that's how much if you want to know how often we go to this restaurant, the lady was like, "Hey, you left your debit card here on Monday night." They didn't even ID me to give me my card back. They were like, "Hey, you left your debit card here on Monday night."
That's honestly goals, though.
It is, honestly. I've always wanted to be like a frequent at a restaurant and now I am.
Yes. The only frequent restaurant person I ever was the ones that I worked at. But it was really nice to come in on the days that I was off and I was like, "Hey guys,
Feed me.
feed me."
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many free Zaxby's meals I got.
You used to work at Zaxby's?
I worked there for 3 years.
I didn't know that.
I was almost I was training to be a manager when I left. And then I said I could pay $10 to be a manager at a Zaxby's or it could be $10 to do nothing at a host stand at a fancy restaurant.
Yep.
So I left.
And you get tipped out at the end of the night as a host, don't you?
Nope.
What?
Not at the one that I worked at.
Oh, I was a host in high school and I got tipped out.
But I also made $10 an hour. So.
Okay. I mean, I think I made like 8.
So I mean, I don't want to say it evens out because it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily, but like
Yeah.
we love Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
But anyways, we got 5 minutes left.
Oh my God.
5 minutes left of the season.
Oh my God.
Let's reflect back. What was your favorite moment of the season?
Oh man, I really wish we could play like a video montage, like a really cheesy montage.
Of your lady.
And I am also, except we're both women.
And you are my
Also, my women.
lady. Man.
Oh, the cringe.
Yeah.
We love it. Well, my favorite moment from this season was probably when we talked to Kevin Lyman.
I was going to say the same thing.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh. It's like we had a highlight.
It was almost like it was the only cool thing that ever happened to us.
Okay. Newey's going to like pop and be like, okay, bitch, first of all.
Okay. To be fair, Kevin Lyman was...
I also think Newey would understand. He was like, damn, you interviewed Kevin
To
Lyman?
be fair, Kevin Lyman was the most, like...
famous.
Yes, he was the most famous. But Newey's was way more, like...
Way more fun.
Sorry, Kevin. But...
Kevin's felt very professional, and I was really impressed with us.
His was very professional.
Newey's was more laid back, because I actually know
friendly.
him and had an opportunity to, like...
Yeah.
It was almost like catching up with an old friend.
It's like they were really good for different reasons.
Yeah. They're both
Which is
good.
nice.
And we're looking forward to many more interviews. We've got 5 people on the board right now. We're not going to show you, but we have a nice little whiteboard like right over there.
It's right there. It's right
and
there.
it has the release date for the podcast. It tells you how many episodes we're going to do, and it has our special guest list. We also have some news for next, or some bullet points for the radio show next week. If you are a band and you're watching this and you want your music played on our radio show starting next week, send it to the link at our website, sheheadbangs.com/contact, and send us your music. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll start interviewing artists.
Oh my God, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm excited.
That'd be really fun.
I think I'd be really bad at interviewing people, but...
Yeah. Also, tell us what you want to hear on the radio show. We need to start taking like radio requests. What do you want to hear next week on our show? What songs?
Oh, wow. We can actually do that now.
We can take requests.
Should it be new music or should it just be...
We can take, I mean, all bets are off. It's on YouTube.
That's true. Send us music, and if we like it, we might play it.
Yeah. We'll do it during the week. We'll like let you drop requests that you want to hear on our show.
Send us some country music.
She-haws.
We'll have a segment called She-haws.
I was about to say we should just do like we play one country song.
Can we?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
No, we
Don't
can't.
get my hopes up like that.
Sorry. We just need to do She-haws separately.
We do, and
I'll make a logo for it this week just for shits and giggles.
It's got to be literally everything the exact same, except we wear cowboy hats, and like our logo just has like a little cowboy hat hanging off.
Oh, I was gonna put I was gonna leave it like kind of the same format, but like change the font to like redneck. I already know which font I want to use and everything.
Oh man,
yeah. So, anyways,
we have a whole 2 minutes.
We have 2 minutes.
So, what were you guys for Halloween?
What were you? Both
I'm gonna die on this hill.
There's 6 people. Okay, I was like,
I'm gonna die on that hill.
Yeah, let us know who you were for Halloween. We have 2 more minutes. And then we wrap up season 1 of She Headbangs. We need like a clapping outro.
Yeah!
Yay!
Wow, that was really lame. I'm really glad
that was.
Damn. I'm trying to see.
Anyways, hopes and dreams for next season. What are we hoping for? More guests. A sponsor.
Oh, a sponsor.
A sponsor would be dope. If you want to sponsor She Headbangs,
let us know.
Let us know. If you have a company that wants to sponsor She Headbangs and get some promo on here, let us know.
Yes, we take Venmo.
Yeah, we do. Send us your money at She Headbangs. We also have that handle too.
What, on Venmo?
No, I'm just kidding. We don't.
I was about to be like, dang, okay.
Someone's gonna take it now. We're not gonna be able to ever get money again.
Oh.
But anyways, all right.
And that's it for season
That's
1.
it for season 1, you guys. We're so grateful, thankful, blessed, as my mom's kitchen sign says, that you guys joined us for these 10 rowdy nights. 10 rowdy weeks, I guess, once a week. And we cannot wait to come back next week for the She Headbangs radio show. And then more information on the podcast will be coming your way soon.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, you can follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, even though we never use it, at She Headbangs. And
Also,
here's the
you can look at this.
Oh, bye.